I stopped taking my EAAs for 1 month, and within 2 weeks I started noticing things changing in my body that I just could not ignore. Today I'm going to tell you exactly what happened and what happened when I started taking them again, because what I experienced confirms everything the science says, and every woman who trains needs to hear this. Everyone talks about protein, everyone talks about creatine. Those two get all the attention, and yes, they both matter, but here's what nobody is saying. Without your EAAs working properly, your protein cannot even do its job. Your creatine cannot work as effectively. They all need each other, and the EAAs are the foundation that makes everything else work. Yet nobody talks about them until today. So here's what happened. I stopped taking my essential amino acids for a full month. I kept everything else exactly the same. Same strength training, same protein intake, same sleep, same creatine. And within about 2 weeks or so, I started noticing things. My recovery got slower. I was still sore 3 and 4 days after training, which never happens for me normally. My energy started dipping, especially in the afternoons. That kind of tired where you just feel flat, even though you slept fine. My mood was slightly off, nothing dramatic, but just not quite myself. And actually I found out there is a very specific scientific reason for that, and I will show you exactly what it is in a few minutes. My muscles also started looking less defined, not dramatically, but that fullness and shape I normally have, it just was not quite there anymore. The toned look I work hard for, it was fading slightly, and I was still training just as hard. And then something else I noticed, and I've seen this with clients too, my immune system felt weaker. I started feeling more run down than usual, and I have noticed consistently, both in myself and in some of the women I train, that when we are taking our EAAs regularly, we just do not get sick. When we stop, that changes. And also my strength, it just stopped progressing. I was lifting the same weights, struggling where I normally would not. At first I thought maybe I was just having an off month, but when I started taking my EAAs again, and within a couple of weeks or so, everything shifted back. I knew exactly what had caused it, and it all made complete sense once I understood the science behind it. So what are EAAs and why do they matter? So let me explain it to you simply, because once you get this, it changes everything. Your body needs 20 amino acids to function. Think of amino acids as the building blocks of literally everything. Your muscles, your hormones, your immune system, your mood, your skin, all of it. Now your body can make 11 of those 20 on its own, but 9 of them it cannot make at all. You have to get them through food or supplements every single day. Those are called essential amino acids. There are 9 of them. Names like leucine and lysine, but you do not need to memorize the list. I will put them up on the screen right now. What you do need to know is what they do for you, because that is where it gets really important. And here's the thing most people, even most fitness people, do not know. If even one of those 9 is missing or too low, your body cannot build muscle. Full stop. It does not matter how much protein you eat. It does not matter how hard you train. If one piece is missing, the whole thing stops. Think of it like a 9-piece puzzle. If one piece is gone, you cannot complete the picture. Your body works exactly the same way. Let me quickly run through what each of these 9 actually does, because this is where it gets really interesting. Leucine, this is the big one for muscle building. It is basically the trigger that tells your body, okay, time to build muscle. Without leucine, that process cannot even start. Isoleucine and valine, you might know these two together with leucine as BCAAs. They help with your energy during training and your recovery afterwards. But, and this is important, BCAAs are only 3 of the 9. They cannot do the full job on their own. Lysine, this one is really important for women specifically. It helps with muscle repair, calcium absorption, and collagen production. So not just your muscle, but bone and joint health too. Methionine helps with fat metabolism and detoxification. It also helps your body produce creatine naturally. Yes, creatine. So if your methionine is low, your creatine production is affected too. Is this making sense so far? Phenylalanine, this one converts to dopamine and norepinephrine in your brain. Remember when I said my mood was slightly off when I stopped my EAAs? This is exactly why. Low phenylalanine, low drive, low mood. The science explains something I felt in my own body. Threonine supports your immune system, your gut health, and keeps your skin and connective tissue strong. Tryptophan, this is the one that produces serotonin, your feel-good chemical. Low tryptophan is directly linked to poor mood, poor sleep, and more anxiety. Studies have actually found that EAA deficiency is linked to depressive symptoms in women. Histidine supports immune function and nerve signal transmission. Every single one of these matters every single day, and when I stopped my EAA, several of these were clearly running low and my body told me about it. I want to give you the science behind this because it's genuinely incredible. Research has shown that just 1.5 to 3.6 grams of the right essential amino acids, specifically leucine, enriched EAAs can stimulate muscle building as effectively as 40 grams of whey protein in older women. A tiny amount of the right EAAs versus 40 grams of whey protein, same result. And a study published in March 2026 looked at 76 women over 65. And they split them into 4 groups. One group did resistance training only, one took EAAs only, one did both, and one did nothing. They took 5.5 grams of EAAs twice a day, so 11 grams in total. And after 12 weeks, only the group that combined the resistance training with the EAAs actually gained significant muscle mass. Not the ones who just trained, not the ones who just took EAAs. Only the combination worked, and what really stood out was what happened inside their bodies. That combined group had a dramatic shift toward muscle building and away from muscle breakdown, and they were the only group that reduced all 3 key inflammation markers. This tells us something really important. EAAs and resistance training together create an effect that neither one can achieve on its own. And that is exactly why both matter. The combination is what works. The International Society of Sports Nutrition confirms that free-form EAA supplements, like the kind you mix with water, get into your bloodstream faster than whole food protein because there's no digestion needed. So they get to work immediately. So when I was training hard, eating my protein but missing my EAAs, my body was essentially trying to build a puzzle with missing pieces, and the results showed. Now you might be thinking that is great for a study, but how do I actually know if my body is struggling with this right now? Here are the signs, and as I go through these, I want you to check them off in your head. Number 1, you are always tired even when you sleep enough. You are still sore 3 or 4 days after training. You are not getting stronger no matter how consistently you train. Your mood and focus feel a bit flat. You keep getting sick more than usual. Your muscles are looking less defined even though you are training consistently. Last one, your skin is not healing or looking as good as it used to. Sound familiar? Most women experience at least 3 of these and never connected to amino acids. I experienced most of them in that 1 month, and they all came back when I started taking my EAAs again. Not everyone is equally at risk, but if you fall into any of these, listen up. Women over 35 and 40, as we get older, our bodies become less efficient at using the protein we eat. So you actually need more EAAs to get the same result you would have gotten at 25. Women who are eating less to lose weight, if your calories are low, your protein is probably low too, which means your EAAs are low. Women who do a lot of cardio, chronic cardio without enough protein breaks muscle down and depletes your EAAs faster. Plant-based eaters, most plant proteins are incomplete, meaning they are missing 1 or more of the 9. So you need to be really strategic about combining your food sources. If any of those sounds like you, your EAA intake is worth looking at seriously. Now before you go and buy a supplement, food first always. The best food sources of all 9 essential amino acids are eggs, honestly one of the best sources out there, chicken and turkey, fish and seafood, beef and lamb, dairy, milk, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, soya, the only complete plant-based protein, quinoa, another great plant-based option. If you are eating these foods consistently and in good amounts, you're probably getting what you need through food alone. But if you are training hard in a calorie deficit, plant-based or over 35, a good EAA supplement around your workout, somewhere between 6 and 15 grams, can make a real difference. And just to be clear, EAAs are not the same as BCAAs. BCAAs only give you 3 of the 9 pieces. If you want the full benefit, you need all 9. The bottom line, I stopped my EAAs for a month, my recovery slowed, my energy dropped, my mood dipped, my muscles lost some definition, my immune system felt weaker, my strength stalled. I started taking them again. Within 2 weeks, everything came back. The science explains exactly why, and now you know too. Food first, eggs, chicken, fish, dairy, soya, quinoa. Get your EAAs from real food whenever you can. And if you need extra support, a quality EAA supplement is one of the most evidence-backed tools you can add to your training. Now, speaking of training, I am launching something this Sunday that I'm so excited about. My brand new 4-week progressive overload strength challenge. 4 workouts, 4 weeks, and by the end you will be measurably stronger than when you started. Make sure you are subscribed so you do not miss day 1 this Sunday. If this video helped you, give it a thumbs up and share it with a woman who trains hard but is not seeing the results she deserves. New videos every single week right here on this channel. Until next time, keep showing up for yourself.